Hi, this is Joe Manzoli. I'm the COO of the YMCA of Greater Nashua. And we wanted to give you an update on where we are with our reopening process. And we're really excited that we're going to move into what we're calling stage 2, where we can reintroduce some services that we haven't had open yet. But first, I want to thank you. Those of you who have come to visit us over the last few weeks, it's been so great to see you back. It's been so great to see you smiling and be excited to come back. And I want to thank you for working with us and following the guidelines and following the rules. It's been really important to us and will continue to be really important to us that we maintain a safe environment for you to come and exercise. As we've said a few times, we're inviting you to come back to take care of your personal health, but we all still have a responsibility for our public health. And so we will have continued steps in place for your safety, for our staff safety, and for those out in the community as we go back out. So I really want to thank you. It's been really great. Everybody's been so wonderful. For those of you who haven't come back yet, I totally understand it. You're going to come back when you're ready. But I hope that you're seeing what we're doing is done with safety in mind. I think you'll see comments from people on social media, or maybe your friends have come back. People have been really happy with what we've done. We're actually going above and beyond what all the guidelines state for us in terms of keeping the facility clean and keeping you safe. So I wanted to introduce a few things that are going to be happening in the coming weeks. So we're moving into what we're calling stage 2 in certain areas. So certain things will be a little looser in terms of what's available and how often and what you need to get in there. And I'll get to that in a second. Still some things that we're not quite ready for those will be a further stage 2 in the coming weeks. And there'll be other programs and services that will still take a little bit more time for stage 3. Wanted to remind you of our facility hours. You can see them at the bottom of the screen. So we've reduced our hours just a bit during the week and on Saturdays, and we're staying closed on Sundays. We're doing this so we can make sure that we've got enough staff to clean the facility and keep our level of member service up. And so those will be our hours for the foreseeable future. At some point, we'll go back to our normal hours. I'm also really excited because we've heard from a lot of you that Westwood Park will be opening on Wednesday, June 24th for members. So if you've taken an MX4 class in the past, you can take an MX4 class. If you haven't taken an MX4 class, I highly recommend it. They're a lot of fun. Our cardio equipment and our brand new strength equipment. So we've added a Cybex strength line at Westwood Park. So if you haven't been to Westwood Park, it's a beautiful branch. It's very different from our other branches. It's down off of Amherst Street. And we encourage you to check that out when it opens on June 24th. So I wanted to walk through what is available in stage 2 and what's still not quite available. So a lot of everything we've been doing for the last few weeks is still available. So our indoor and outdoor group exercise classes, they've been great. They've been well attended. We're adding more. We know we've had a wait list for most of those classes. We're adding some more classes. And we've got some really great feedback about our outdoor classes. So we're going to continue to do our outdoor classes and expand upon those. We're also continuing to run and expand on our virtual group exercise classes. So many of you have been taking part of that. If you haven't, you can go to our website and then click on the Beyond Our Walls page, and you'll get to see all of the things that we're doing. So we have videos that are pre-recorded and some that are live streamed. So you can see a schedule and you can join a class live and participate from home. So it's been great for people who either can't get into a class or they're just not quite ready to come in. So it's great that we have that. We're going to continue to have our strength and conditioning blocks. So they'll still have a reservation for that. I'm going to talk about reservations in a second. You'll still have reservations for strength and conditioning, but we're going to be able to expand the number of blocks and the number of people in those blocks. So we'll be able to serve more people throughout the day in the weights area. So we're excited about that. We've had some great success with that. We're still taking reservations so we can limit the number of people that are in that, so we ensure people are safely distanced, and so that our staff can go in and clean the equipment after you've finished and cleaned the equipment yourself. The biggest change that's coming, and this is really exciting, is that the use of cardio equipment is now open without a reservation. That means you can come in at any time and use our cardio equipment when we're open. Personal training is available, so just get in touch with the fitness directors. Water aerobics classes, those have been really well attended. Lap swimming will continue. We have expanded to allow 2 people per lane if they're in the same family. So we've been able to serve more people in the lap lanes. Family recreational swimming, so you'll start to see that on the schedule. So your family can reserve time to come into the pool together and just have fun. So you can check that out on the schedule. Swim team, I know you've been anxious. The swim team can start to practice again. Coach Dave is working on the final schedules, and he'll be in touch with you soon. Racquetball, you guys have been waiting for this too. So we can now allow individuals to use the racquetball court or members of the same family. So we're allowed to do that. I still can't take on Mike LaChance in a racquetball game yet, but I can come in with my wife, or I can go in by myself and just get some training in. So still not quite where you want it to go, but the racquetball courts will be available by reservation, and that will be posted online. Our childcare program continues, and day camp starts on June 22nd. I know a lot of people have been trying to get into camp because of the new guidelines. Our numbers at Camp Sargent are restricted, far below what we would normally have, and I know that a lot of those weeks have filled. But we do still have space available in some of our specialty camps and our camps out at Westwood Park, which are mostly sports camps, but there's other activities there too. So if your camper is not a top athlete, that is totally fine. They're gonna have a blast out at Westwood Park. So you can check that out online for more spaces. What's still not available is Kid Stop. We're getting close on Kid Stop, but it's not quite open yet. The indoor track, that's another one that we're working towards just developing some guidelines for that. The steam and sauna will be closed for a little while longer until guidelines release. Youth and adult classes. So these would be our sports leagues, swim lessons, things like that. We're not quite there yet. I'm going to talk about those in just a second. We still cannot offer pickup games of basketball or badminton or any of those kinds of activities quite yet. However, soon, within the next couple of weeks, we will have the ability for you to reserve a spot at a basketball court or on our turf field for you and your family members. So that will be the next phase of that, and we'll have announcements about that soon. A reminder that we've removed all YMCA provided personal equipment. So where that's really coming into play is the yoga mats and stretch mats. We've removed those. We have yoga mats for sale if you don't need them. Some people are just coming in with a beach towel, which is totally fine, but we can't provide those equipment anymore. So you would have to own it to come on in. And a reminder that we still don't have any sitting areas, so we can't have people just hanging out at the Y. And we miss that. We miss seeing you hanging out at the Y. That's where we get to know you the best. So we're still not there yet. I'm hoping soon that we can get the equipment back out, the furniture back out. So you'll see there's a few things that are restarting in early July. We anticipate that Kid Stop will be open in early July. We just haven't nailed down a date yet. There will be a reservation system for that, and we'll have some more guidelines around that. We're also working on a summer session for classes. So we will be able to start running swim lessons, some small sports classes, arts classes, those kinds of things. So we're putting together a schedule for the summer. So we'll have that available in the next couple of weeks. They'll start in July. We'll probably have some shorter sessions to test some things out. So just on the reservations, so you'll still need reservations for the strength blocks, for group exercise, lap swimming, recreational swimming, and racquetball. To get those schedules, if you go to our website, you'll see this at the bottom of the screen. Go to our website and then click on schedules, and you'll see on the left-hand side, you can see what the schedules are. But on the right-hand side, you'll see links. If you click on the link for, say, lap swimming, that will take you into a new portal, a new program called Super SAS. If you have not booked a class yet, you'll just have to quickly create an account, and then it's really easy to book a spot. If you book a spot and something changes, your schedule changes, and you can't make it, we ask that you go in and cancel your reservation, because there's very likely that there are people on a wait list, and they'll receive notification that a spot is opened up, and they'll get moved into the class. So we all have to do this together. So if you can't make it in, please just cancel your reservations. As I said earlier, you don't need a reservation to use cardio equipment. So if you just want to come in and use the treadmill, you can come in at any time. You don't need a reservation. And what that means is you can couple things. So if I've made a reservation to swim laps, I might want to come in a little early and get on a bike to warm up. So I don't need the reservation for the bike, but I do have the reservation for lap swimming. Or I might take a block on the strength equipment, and when I'm done, I go hop on a treadmill after that. So this is our next phase of the reservation system. We know we've worked out a few kinks early on that, but it seems to be working really, really well. Just wanted to quickly remind everybody what we've been doing, and I'm going to go through this pretty quickly, but we've really doubled down on cleaning this facility, and we've gotten some tremendous feedback about it. So we have new full-time housekeeping staff throughout the building. You'll see them in their green smocks. I believe right outside my window right now that there's one of our new staff who's really amazing. She's mopping the floor out in the cardio area. We've got some really amazing staff. So they are busy making sure that this facility is clean. In addition to that, our fitness staff, our membership staff, all of our staff, we've said if you can lean, you can clean. So if you've got downtime, pick something up and start cleaning. And we've made sure that this place is really clean for you. We've added hand sanitizers and machine wipes all throughout the facility so that you can take care of washing your own hands and wiping down your equipment. Moving over to the middle section here, our staff are wearing masks when they're in any common area, and we're asking that our members are doing that too, and I'll talk about that on the next slide. That is to keep each other safe. Me wearing a mask is keeping you safe. So that's what we're doing. We've introduced a new management software. Some of you have gotten in there. Again, there were some bumps along the way when we first introduced Personify, but those of you who've gotten in, I think you'll find it's really easy to navigate, to register for a program or update your account. I want to remind everybody that Personify and Super SaaS are two different things, and I realize that can be confusing. If you want to update your account or do something with your membership or register for camp, you're doing that in Personify, and you would go into our website and you would click on My Account at the top right corner. If you're just looking to take a group exercise class, you would go to our website, click on schedules, and that's going to bring you to Super SaaS. So we realized having two different systems is a bit confusing, but it seems to be working out now for everybody. What I wanted to focus on is just a reminder of what you can do to make sure that you're keeping yourself safe, you're keeping me safe, you're keeping my family safe, you're keeping the community safe. So all of our members, staff, vendors, the mailman, anybody who comes to our Y is having their temperature taken. We're asking really brief questions and then having you sanitize your hands either with hand sanitizer, or you can go to a sink and use hot water and soap. We're asking everybody to do that every time they come in. I can tell you the whole process takes about 30 seconds. So it's really been moving well. We ask that you wipe down any equipment that you're using before and after you use it. So make the assumption that the person before you didn't clean it, okay? So you want to wipe it down before you use it, and then wipe it down again. We're adding a new step for this first week. We're going to test out something new. Every cardio piece, so this treadmills, ellipticals, bikes, they're going to have a nylon flag that is taped to the top of the equipment. So picture with our equipment, you've got like a TV screen. There will be a nylon flag that will be draped over the backside of the equipment. When you're done working out, wipe down your equipment, flip the flag over to the front. So it's now covering the TV screen. That's an extra signal to our staff that that equipment has been used, and we're going to go back and we're going to clean it. Even though you already cleaned it, we're going to clean it again. So we've been doing a great job of that. We're going to introduce this flag system, and we're going to test it out. We're going to see if it works. If it does, great. If it doesn't, we'll adjust to something else. So that's new. Again, as you're going through the building, just keeping that 6 feet of distance. Everything we're hearing about keeping each other safe is about keeping our distance and wearing a mask whenever we can. So keep your distance. If you're not feeling well, stay home. We're asking these questions as people arrive about their health. But you don't even come in. Don't bother coming in to say yes to any of the questions. You'll know if you're not feeling well, or if you've been exposed to somebody who has tested positive for COVID-19. Assume you got it and just stay home until you know otherwise. So please stay home. People have been doing a great job with this. A reminder that per local ordinances, everybody, members and staff and the mailman, when they come in our building, you have to wear a mask. So you have to wear a mask when you arrive and when you're in any common area. So that's pretty much everywhere in the building. If you're working out or you're swimming, you do not have to wear a mask during those times. But when you're finished, you may need to go grab a paper towel to kind of dry yourself off a bit. and then put the mask back on as you exit the building. So we really appreciate your support with that. We have masks if you need them, but by this point, we all have masks, and please bring your own. And lastly, I'll say this again, our core values are caring, honesty, respect, and responsibility. I highlight caring and respect on there, but all four of them are really at play here. We have to show each other compassion. You know, we're all understanding, we're all trying to figure this out together. And there may be some of our policies you don't agree with, or you may see somebody who you don't think is quite following it. You know, just come and talk to one of us about that. We don't want people to get in any confrontation. We haven't had that yet. We've been open for a few weeks now, and everybody's been wonderful. But we do want to make sure that you show compassion because we are all in this together as one. So those of you who've been with us, again, thank you so much for all you've done to help us with this new environment. We've learned from you. And those of you who haven't come in yet, we encourage you to come in, check things out when you're ready. We understand that not everybody's ready, but we're excited to see you. Thank you so much for choosing the YMCA. And I think you're seeing that the Y is more than just a place to go work out. We are a cause. We're here to strengthen the foundations of our community. We're here to nurture the potential of everybody who comes in our doors and everybody who's out there in the community. So thank you for supporting that work, and we can't wait to see you soon. Thanks.